Hi, this is Matt. Thanks for tuning in to part 2 of my Let's Play World of Horror series. The last video in the first in the series, we did a quest, or mystery as they're called in this game, involving a school janitor who was abducting members of the swim team and basically trying to turn them into grotesque mermaid hybrids, which obviously did not have successful results, but we ended up defeating him by turning over a lantern that set the building on fire, and thankfully we managed to escape. So we're back for part 2. At the end of the last video, I already did the between mission maintenance, which includes taking a bath whenever you can. It's a great way to get a quick little stat boost. So without any more delay, let's jump into the second mystery, Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare to stay in the unused school restroom after classes. A dare to meet Akamanto. What was originally a harmless fun has turned deadly. A body of a boy has been found last week. School directors banned the game, but it only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. So we already know how this works from the first video. The circled destination moves the story along, but there's a lot of the time there's also reason to explore other locations. In this case, the side quest is to gather gossip about the current mystery, and we definitely want to get started on that, because if we don't do that, the boss fight at the end is going to be a lot harder. So let's go ahead and head to the schoolyard, and you'll notice that this is a different option than investigating the school. Whenever you go to the schoolyard, there's a random assortment of students, and you can either talk to them for gossip, and I'm hoping that I get lucky enough to get something useful. Unfortunately, this time I didn't, but I'm still going to see if I can recruit any of them. Wow, okay, so I got 3. Let's just take a quick look at their stats. So this guy gives me cheaper pharmacy items, not bad. This girl gives +1 charisma, also very good. And a lot of students will actually give you a penalty to a stat, so whenever I see that, and that's why I always make a point of checking out their character sheet first thing, I dismiss them, because no one wants penalties, but I'm going to wait, which is going to cause the Doom counter to rise by 2, but that gives me more chances to recruit and get gossip. Yeah, this is another penalty. Sorry, Michi. See you later. I'm gonna go ahead and start investigating a little bit, and I'll come back to the schoolyard. We have a while before we need to get that rumor settled. And as you can see, when you have NPC followers, they show up in that little animation between investigations. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. So we are now the victim of 2 curses. Curses are similar to injuries, but you cannot heal them. This is pretty bad. Chance of raising Doom each investigation. It's not a sure thing, but we did accrue a good amount of Doom already, so that might come back to hurt us. I also have a bite that I actually need to go ahead and get taken care of at the hospital. And you don't want to leave bites alone because they will get worse. So getting that treatment converted the bite status into blood loss, which gives me -10% max stamina. Not great. So let's go ahead and investigate downtown. The only metro line in your town connects the university and the science complex. You could take a ride to gain some time, but you got a feeling something's wrong. Where are all the people? So anything that makes an action obviously take longer is usually going to give you some Doom, and because our Doom is already a lot higher than I would like it to be, I'm going to take a risk and take a ride. I failed that luck check. Something is clearly wrong. There are no lights inside the metro car, and all you can see are countless handprints pressed onto the windows. Yeah, that's not good. Apparently I lost 2 reason because of that. All missing girls were apparently members of the school swimming team. Oh, my mistake. I thought that was for the mermaid quest, but maybe someone saw the kidnapper stalking them. checking out school's pool area is a good idea. So before I do that, let's head up the schoolyard again. Ooh. Yeah, this is not great. I'm having good luck with recruiting people, but I sure am wasting a lot of time trying to get that rumor. Jeez. I may just have to take the hit and do the boss fight the hard way. Getting access to the student database would certainly speed up your investigation, but the receptionist would never allow it. If only there was a way to make her go away for a while. Let's talk to her. Charisma check success. Unannounced inspection, she asks. Thank you for telling me. While the receptionist is busy updating some boring papers, you copy some names and addresses from the database. Plus 10 experience. Alright, that's good. One of the articles mentions a young doctor performing a life-saving surgery on a victim of brutal assault that happened in a toilet stall. Maybe he still works at the hospital and can share some information. So let's investigate the hospital. Walking through the crowded space, someone bumps into you and quickly apologizes. Perception check success. They stole your wallet, which didn't actually have any money in it in the first place. You quickly grab their arm and they drop it before disappearing in the crowd. So it wouldn't have really mattered if I had lost money, because I didn't have money to lose, but that 5 experience points actually bumped us up into level 2. So let's just take a quick look at what leveling up looks like. Every time you gain a level, you can choose one of 3 randomly selected perks. I already know which one I want, but just to give you a quick look at what some of them do. Leadership gives you +1 charisma. Discipline gives you the ability to regain 1 stamina for all past event checks. And Fast Swimmer, which I'm definitely going to take, makes your combat actions faster. I'm also going to bump up my dexterity. And next time I'm in a fight, you're going to see a pretty big difference in how much I can do. You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news today. Your friend didn't come to school today, and another body has supposedly been found. Yeah, that's ominous. Let's check out the schoolyard one more time, though. Okay. Alright, I've already wasted enough time on that. It's just not gonna happen. So I just gotta be ready to do the boss fight the hard way. Hearing an eerie sound coming from behind the door, you decide to check it out. At first glance, the abandoned classroom seems empty. Once your eyes get used to the darkness, you discover an unusual sigil drawn on the floor. Judging by the smoke, someone put out the candles the moment you entered. Let's pick up the book. You recognize the sticker on the book. It came from the local library. Cool. Let's take a look at what the book actually does. Yeah, not bad. If you use it, you get +10 experience. No reason not to do that. So let's go ahead and take that boost. Before I do anything else, and I hate to do this because I've already gained so much doom already, but I'm going to rest because, like I said, this boss fight is going to be really hard since I'm not going to be able to successfully complete the side quest. The principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. You must get in and save your friend. Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. It looks like someone or something tore out his throat. So you can steal his gun, check his wounds for clues, or escape before more people arrive. Guns in this game are powerful, but ammunition is really hard to come by, which makes sense because it takes place in 1980s Japan. I'm going to check his wounds for clues. They didn't tear out his throat, but instead carved in a cult symbol on it with something sharp. You try to remember the shape and escape before anyone arrives. So that's good, I got some more experience. Let's investigate the school again. You break the window and get inside the school unnoticed. The cursed toilet is located on the 3rd floor. Let's go there. So at this point, there's going to be one more random event, and then we're going to do the boss fight, which, I'm not going to lie, it's going to mess me up pretty bad. You're stopped by a girl you haven't seen in months, but how could you? She died in an accident. So I'm going to fight against Stalker Girl. Thankfully, she's pretty weak. She does 1 damage to all. And you're going to see some of the benefits of my combat boost here. Yeah, now I have enough speed to prep 2 strong attacks. And that's going to do a total of 12 damage per round, meaning she's only going to have a chance to hit me once. Yeah, thankfully that was a really easy fight, but this upcoming one is not going to be. There's no turning back now. You step into the last stall and close the door behind you. Let's investigate the cursed toilet. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squish, squeak. The sound of rubber boots and an unknown liquid dripping on the tiles. Squish, squeak. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. Squish, squeak. The door slowly opens. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too high for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me, his voice sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? So having done this before, it doesn't make a difference which one you pick. You're gonna get screwed over either way. The unavailable action, if we had managed to successfully find that rumor, we would have been informed by one of the students that the correct response is to say that you don't want either. But yeah, taking one of the papers, tall man in red coat grabs you by your neck and starts choking. You kick him and rush to the door. So we've already taken 5 points of stamina damage, and the fight hasn't even started. You hear a click coming from the door's direction. You're locked here with this crazy man. So let's get this boss fight over with. Thankfully, this part isn't too bad, and getting that level up and getting lucky with that perk means I can get rid of him pretty fast, but I'm still going to be in not great shape before the next mystery starts. And he's going to have a chance to get in 2 successful attacks on me before I can take him down. So we did it, but at a pretty high cost. Blood flowing from wounds in Tall Man's red coat makes it look like the man is slowly melting. You hear cackling coming from behind the mask and faint, and when you wake up, he's gone. Somehow, all you know is he'll be back in another stall, another school, another city, continuing the horror. So let's just do our post-mystery maintenance. We have another Old God Stirs event. So you might not know what this is referring to, but there's a shop that's run by a dog that you can buy random items from, but apparently that shop is now closed, which isn't really a huge deal. We have another key, which is something that you always get between mysteries. And we also got this item, Crestfallen Mask. That's actually awesome, because we took all that doom, and I'm going to go ahead and equip this. Thankfully, it's not a cursed item or anything. It doesn't have any negatives. As you can see, it updates my character portrait with this kind of cool, creepy mask. So one last thing to do before the next mystery is I'm going to take a hot bath. And whenever you take any kind of bath, you get 1 point to each stamina and reason, and then you can select the temperature to get either a bonus point to one or the other, or some bonus experience points. But given how much damage we took in that fight, I definitely wanted to take the boost to stamina. So let's just take a quick look at the board before we wrap up and see what we're going to do for the next video. So I think I'm going to go with the Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival, and you'll see why once we get there, but that'll give me a chance to rest a little bit and recover some of the excessive damage that we've taken. Thanks again for tuning in. My name's Matt, and I'll have more World of Horror for you guys soon.